Welcome back to 3D Crumbs. In today's video I'm going to show you how to make custom water in Blender in just 10 minutes. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Just follow along guys and you're gonna get there smoothly. So let's go. So as you can see, we have added a cube in Blender, and let's just scale it down in the z-axis and scale it up a little bit in the x-axis, scale it down in the z-axis again. Look at it from the top view. So we're going to render the scene out from the top view, so just make sure you're in the top view from time to time. Just select the top faces in edit mode, top and the bottom faces like I've done here, and press P to separate these selections. And when you press P, these selections will be separated and they'll be treated as individual entities. Then what you gotta do is subdivide the bottom face, subdivide it like a lot of times in order to get some geometry in there, and then subdivide the top part as well. Like so, what we're doing here essentially is that in the bottom part we're creating the ocean bed, river bed, and we're gonna go into sculpt mode, and we're gonna just use a snake hook brush. That's the only brush we're gonna use, and we're gonna create some deformations on the mesh. Like we're just gonna create some uneven surface, and that's gonna act as our ocean bed. So as you can see, I'm almost done here, and then we're just gonna go back to our layout mode and shade smooth that base and bring it up. That's it. Like so, essentially that's gonna be our ocean bed, and on the top we're gonna have the ocean surface. So what you're gonna do here is you're gonna add an ocean modifier, and as you can see it's gonna be really scaled up. Scale it down a little bit, just so much as it fits inside the box, and just place it according to your desire, like as much depth as you want to give it. So once you're done with that, you're just gonna add some resolution here, also add some waves. So like I'm gonna have to reduce the choppiness. Just keep in mind, just reduce the choppiness to 0, and then scale up the waves, scale it up a little bit more. As you can see in the waves tab, I've scaled it up to 10 points and I've reduced the choppiness to 0. And reducing the choppiness is the most essential part here. Then you just get into edit mode and subdivide the top surface a lot of times, and there you go. You have you're almost there, and not almost there. We just gotta do some more steps right now. Just increase the random seeds and you can get some various formations of the ocean bed. Increase the scale a little bit. So I'm just making some adjustments. As you can see, you can get the basic idea here. You just gotta keep making adjustments, and that's how you're gonna get there. Like it all depends on you how much resolution you want to add. The more resolution you add, the more detailed the waves are gonna be, the more time it takes to render. But like I'm gonna settle for something like this. Looks quite decent here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make an animation, like a wavy animation. So I'm gonna add a keyframe, a time keyframe at point 0. Like I'm just gonna grab the timeline up, as you can see here, and at point 30 I added another keyframe, and I just increased the time there a little bit. So as you can see, when I play it back, I have like flowy waves like this. Obviously I want it to flow a little bit slower, so I'm just gonna grab the keyframe a bit further away. As you can see, you've got like quite decent waves right now, and let's just play it back once again, and that looks good. Now let's add some materials to the wave. I've changed my principal BSDF to an glass BSDF. So when you do that, your water becomes transparent, almost like glass. And then what you gotta do here is that you just gotta add a color. You add a color to it. Like I'm gonna go with somewhat of a turquoise blue color, and then you gotta reduce the roughness to 0, reduce the roughness to 0, and the IOR is going to be 1.33. So IOR of water is 1.33. So you set the IOR to 1.33. Next, what we're going to do here is that we're going to have to add an ocean bed. So for the ocean bed, what we're going to do here is we're going to select the base and we're going to add a sand texture to it. And as you can see, I've been using this tab to get the sand texture. It's actually a tab which I got from Blenderkit, which is a free add-on for Blender. All you got to do is go to Blenderkit and log into, just sign up in the Blenderkit website, and they're going to provide you with a free add-on. Also in the website they're going to show you how to install the add-on on Blender, so it's totally free. They also have a premium version, but which is paid, but you can use the free version and get a lot of materials, a lot of models you can use in your projects free of cost. So I use Blenderkit here. I just use the sand material on the base. As you can see, we're viewing it on Eevee right now, and it looks a lot better in cycles. So let's move on. We have the ocean bed, which is going to make some color adjustments, and we also, in Blenderkit you also get a lot of models, as I said. So I'm going to use some rocks from Blenderkit right now. I'm just going to search for rocks in the model section. I'm going to use some rocks and I'm going to place them on the ocean bed. I'm going to place them a bit randomly. I'm going to rotate them. I'm going to just try to create a scene here. Obviously you can do as you wish, just according to the way you want to create your scene. So I'm just going to use sculpting. I'm going to sculpt on the rocks, use the snake hook tool again, and I'm just going to make a few changes on the rocks just to bring some variations in the scene. That's it. So we're also going to make some floating leaves in the water. So I'm going to quickly show you how I did that. I just created a circle from the mesh, Shift A and go into mesh, and you select the circle, you select a vertex and you delete it, and then you join these vertices by extruding them. Just click on a vertex, extrude it, and then you click on the other one, extrude it, and join them. Just press F and those vertices are gonna get joined. Just make some adjustments like this, extrude it again, and then press F to join them. I'm just gonna make some cuts on the leaf. So obviously it's a lotus leaf, so it's got some cuts to it like this. And then what we're gonna do here is that we're gonna select all the vertices after we're done editing the cuts. Select all the vertices, press A, select all the vertices, and then we're gonna do is Control Shift and B together. We're gonna press Control Shift and B, and that's how you bevel the surfaces, bevel vertices. And once they're beveled, you see you've got a nice curvy, smooth looking leaf right there. And we're gonna add a texture to it. So for the texture, we're gonna add a material. We're gonna add in the base color, we're gonna add an image texture. The image texture which we're gonna add here is basically a PNG which I downloaded. It's a PNG of a lotus leaf, so I downloaded it from the internet. You can download any PNG you want and you can add a texture to your leaf. Just go into Eevee, go into your UV editor tab, and then you open the image. Like I've got the image opened here, like it's a PNG of a leaf. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna select the entire leaf. We're gonna UV unwrap the face, unwrap it, and that's it. We're gonna get this in the UV tab. You're gonna get the shape. Just select all of it and scale it down in the UV editor. That's it. Like you got the PNG fitting into your leaf right now, and grab the leaf, bring it into your scene, grab it up and place it above the ocean surface. And you can also place some leaves below the ocean surface just to bring some variation. I'm gonna make some scale variations as well, and I'm gonna place these leaves, some on the top, some on the bottom, just to get that depth variation into that scene. Okay, so once you've done that, you're just almost there. Like it's done. That's how you create something beautiful like this in just 10 minutes in Blender. And let's go ahead and add a light source into the scene. So I've gone into I've pressed Shift A and I've selected a light, and I've selected an area light, and projected it right from the top. So you grab it in the z-axis, project it from the top, and increase the power, and just go into cycles mode and check the power, check how much light is enough for you guys, and according to that just set the power of your light. And what I've done here is I've changed the base color of the box. I made it a bit black so that there's less reflection underneath the water. And so what we're also going to do here is now we're going to add caustics. Caustics are basically what gives reality into the scene. So you select the top surface, you search for caustics in the object properties tab, just search for caustics, and you select the top of the ocean part, and you select cast shadow caustics, and you select the bottom of the ocean, like the bottom part of the ocean, the ocean bed, and you go into the area, and you go into the object properties and you select receive caustics, the same way you added caustics to the top surface. So that is what is going to give you that extra reality into the scene. And then you add a camera into your scene. Just go to top view, press shift A, add a camera into your scene, and once you enter the camera mode, just select the camera settings. And what you gotta do here is you change the resolution of the camera into something box like 1080 by 1080 pixels. And also what you gotta do is increase the max samples to 200, and that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.